My favorite time of day by far is very early morning, just about at the time of dawn when the sun starts to rise. And my room here in St. Louis faces sort of southeast. So at least in the spring and early summer, when the sun moves further south, I can actually see that from my window. I can see the sun gradually come up. Very often, if it's cloudy, I can see the rays of the sun diffuse through the clouds and create all these gorgeous colors of purple and pink and orange and yellow, which disappear pretty quickly, but that's part of the mystery of it, that it goes through such a dramatic change in such a short period of time. And I think of this creation story, which we read in today's reading, every time I see some of those sunrises. It reminds me that God began creation by separating night from day, making these sunrises and sunsets, if you're more into the evening than the morning, making those possible as signs of God's creative power. And God, of course, didn't stop there. God created a lot of things, the seasons, the water, the animals, the skies, the sun and moon, and all of that, but didn't stop there. He went on to create us, who we consider to be, even in our poor sinful state, to be the apex of God's creation. And yet even that wasn't enough for God. We know that eventually God's creative word, which created everything around us, which had this enormous power of beauty and creation, actually became flesh. That it wasn't enough for God to just make things and give them to us, but God's own self became a human person like us. So I think every time that we witness one of these sunrises or sunsets, we can think about it as an invitation to participate in God's creation. That yes, the beauty is there for us to enjoy, but it's also there as a reminder that God has given us enormous power and influence in these gifts which He has given us, and that we share in the very life of God because of Jesus Christ. So tomorrow when you see the sun come up, think about it not just as a thing of beauty, but rather as an invitation that God's creation is calling us to be one with God, to be part of the life of Christ, and to participate in His great ongoing work of creation.